Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where today I just want to go over some quick news items I found with regards to Doctor Who over the past day or so, including a potential budget confirmation for future episodes of Doctor Who, as well as speculation surrounding Series 14 filming and the like. But before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated. We are trying to get to 17,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and we're literally under 30 subscribers from 16,900, which is our next goal, so any support would be greatly appreciated. I also have my Twitter linked in the description, so you can follow that if you want to. But with that said, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the budget speculation. Further Doctor Who Disney Plus speculation. Broadcast Magazine has spoken to a number of scripted sources who have estimated that the show's existing 1 to 3 million per budget episode could triple to circa 10 million as the global CVOD strikes up a creative partnership with the BBC. The article also states, one individual with knowledge of the deal said that it's incredibly exciting time for the franchise, while another added that this is ramping up production values could help it break into the mainstream in the US. And the article is linked below. You do have to register to read it, but feel free to do so if you are that way inclined. But this is the main details. So this is kind of in keeping with stuff that we've heard before, the idea of a budget increase for the future Doctor Who, likely in no small part due to the Disney Plus deal. And the more places like Broadcast who have spoken to a number of sources within the industry speak about this, the more I'm inclined to believe that it's real. The idea of the budget jumping from 1 to 3 million to 10 million is a massive deal though. That's incredible in terms of a budget increase. Doctor Who has always struggled in that it's wanted to compete with the big dogs ever since its inception, you know. In the 70s, it was unfairly compared to things like Buck Rogers and other American imports in the 80s, like Star Trek as well. And now, it seems like it might finally have the backing to be able to compete with those things, and as they say in the article later on, you know, this may well make it more mainstream among American audiences who are more used to bigger budget things. Now, I'm not sure who the global CVOD are. In fact, let me just do a quick Google. So apparently CVOD stands for Subscription Video On Demand, so I'm assuming what they mean basically is because Doctor Who is going to be on an on-demand streaming service, it will receive a budget increase. It's just fancy terms for it's going to be on Disney Plus, so more money is my assumption there. Although, if anyone is more of an expert in the comments, feel free to let me know, because, yeah, stuff like that always helps out. So yeah, just to add to this, TV Zone have now picked up the report saying Doctor Who's budget set to triple with the Disney Plus deal, becoming a £100 million series, with spin-off details reportedly planned for the future. More details. So that's interesting because that also confirms something slight. Because 100 million with 10 million per episode, as it said before, implies 10 episode runs, which personally I'm fine with. As long as Doctor Who has a consistent release pattern, I'm cool with that. But also, according to their reporting, Broadcast stated that it's incredibly exciting time for the franchise, with Russell T Davies expected to expand the universe with spin-offs similar to Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures. Now that's hugely exciting, and that's not without precedent either. You know, Russell T Davies has said on a number of occasions, you know, one of the things he'd like to do is expand the universe to basically have what Marvel has. Personally, I don't want as much as Marvel has, as quite frankly, I think they've overdone it. However, something like the old format where you get 2 spin-offs plus the main show, once the main show is in a good place, could be incredibly exciting. What a time to be a Doctor Who fan if this all does pan out, which multiple places are reporting now. So yeah, that's really interesting on that front. The next thing I want to talk about, as some people may have noticed, is that Rachel Talale recently posted this, saying TARDIS, if I could but reach my full destiny, and it shows a Bad Wolf studio with a TARDIS there, which looks tiny in the massive studio space, which just kind of shows, like, how much bigger I think the scale of this era is going to be going forward. Now, I've seen some people speculating that this marks the beginning of Series 14, or perhaps a festive special filming. Now, the thing about that is, if you can see here in the replies, Russell T Davies said, oh, that studio's full now, implying this is an older picture. However, obviously Russell is known for misdirection as well, so I'm, for one, am inclined to believe that this is a 60th anniversary old picture on the basis that if you look at the image, the TARDIS that's used is strikingly similar to the Whittaker era box that we know is being used for the anniversary specials, and personally I would imagine they would use a new prop for the new era with Ncuti Gatwa, I would assume. maybe they won't. To be honest, even if they don't, I don't necessarily mind, as I think that box is really nice. However, I feel like the decision to use the Whittaker box is to keep continuity with those previous specials, with the Centenary, because obviously the last scene we see of the Centenary, David Tennant regenerates with that TARDIS right behind him, so it makes sense to keep that box for those specials. However, I have seen a number of respected people in the community say that Series 14 is in fact filming today, including Mr. TARDIS. I've also tweeted just asking, is this legit? Where do we know this is coming from? What's going on? And I'm not sure yet, unless there is something that's happening today. I did see a rumour that this week we were going to get a number of announcements to do with Doctor Who, and obviously on the topic of a number of announcements for Doctor Who, we also have Doctor Who magazine. We can officially pre-order the next issue, which, if you guys remember back to a couple of weeks ago, in the last edition of Doctor Who magazine, they said that would in fact be a landmark issue for Doctor Who magazine, and a big deal, basically. And the fact they're being so secretive about the cover, when I believe covers for Doctor Who magazine are normally published on the Monday following their release, which is today, kind of heavily implies we're going to get something big. A lot of people have speculated it will either be Ncuti Gatwa's costume reveal, or maybe a companion to tie into Series 14 beginning filming. And if that's the case, that would definitely add credence to the idea that Series 14 has begun filming. But as I said, I haven't seen any official confirmation of that yet. If I do, though, I will let you know as soon as I've seen it. But yeah, it's incredibly exciting times, just seeing some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, seeing a potential massive budget increase, and obviously all these speculative bits about what's going to be in Doctor Who magazine. It's incredibly exciting. But that's me done for today. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.